Alright guys, now it's time to check over it and review it. Hopefully I can make it through this without my phone quitting like it did in the other videos. So the first one we talked about was subject-verb agreement. So scientists blank excited about Mars because it is more like Earth than any other planet. So the subject of this sentence is scientists, and scientists is plural. It's talking about more than one. So which one makes sense? Scientists is excited? That doesn't sound right. I use is when I'm just talking about one. Scientists are excited? That sounds right, but I always want to check the other one just to make sure. Scientists was excited. That doesn't make sense. I use that in the past when I'm talking about one thing. So the only one that would make sense is are. We use are as a linking verb whenever we have a plural noun, more than one. Next, label all the parts of speech. So I go down my list, nouns, verbs, pronouns, adjectives, adverbs. So I'm looking for nouns, people, places, things, animals, and ideas. And if I look in this sentence, Mars has 2 moons. Well, I know Mars is a thing because it's a planet. And a moon is a thing that I can see in the sky. I just wrote a P. Whoops. So sorry, guys. That was supposed to be an N. Don't know where my brain is. My brain is on break too. So now I have found my nouns, and now I need to find my verbs. So I look for an action verb first. I don't see anything I can do, so I think about my linking verbs, and I sing my linking verb song. Am, is, are, was, were, be, been, have, has, had. Hey, I heard the word has. That's my linking verb. So now I've found my verb. Now I look for pronouns. Do I see any words that took the place of a noun? No, I don't see any, so no pronouns. What about an adjective that describes a noun? I see the word 2. It tells me how many moons there are. It's describing this noun, so 2 is an adjective that describes moons. It tells me how many moons I have. So now I've found my adjectives, and every word is labeled, so I have no adverbs this time. Now the next box is a possessive noun. Remember, the word possessive means something belongs to someone or someone owns something. So it says, Jason's homework was very hard tonight. Who owns something in this sentence? Or what belongs to someone? Well, we're talking about homework. And we're talking about Jason. It belongs to Jason. So I'm just talking about one Jason, singular. So I would want my apostrophe to come in between the N and the S. Because remember, when I have a singular noun, like Jason, I write the noun and then I put an apostrophe S. And that makes it possessive. Shows that he owns that homework. It belongs to him. Now, next we went back to our list from yesterday. The words that start with a prefix that means out. We talked about how X is the prefix that means out. So I see the word exit. I see the word expelled. And I see the word express. So hopefully you were able to find all of those. Next, which one of those words that I just wrote down means a way out? If I think about the sign that hangs over the doors that mean a way out, I think of the word exit. That's why we have exit signs, because those signs show you that that door is a way out, especially in case of an emergency. So next, conjunctions. I have my subordinating conjunctions. Remember our strategy. We read it the first time with a blank, and then we read it with each one in there and figure out which one makes sense. So I ate a healthy snack, blank, doing my homework. I ate a healthy snack since doing my homework. Maybe, but I'm going to try my others. I ate a healthy snack while doing my homework. Now that makes sense, but let's try the last one just to be sure. I ate a healthy snack whenever doing my homework. Well, that one definitely doesn't make sense. And the first one kinda did, but this one made the best sense. I ate a healthy snack while doing my homework. So that was the answer to that one. Now remember this one, it's new, so if you missed it, don't be upset. We're still learning. If it's simple, it has one independent clause, just one sentence. If it's compound, it's two sentences joined together. So two independent clauses put together with a fanboy. And then if it's complex, it has an independent part, a complete part, and a dependent part, an incomplete part. So the sentence says, although people would like to live on Mars, there is very little water left. So remember my strategy. I looked for a fanboy or a comma. Didn't see a fanboy, but I saw a comma. So now that I've found that, I can look at both sides. So the first side says, although people would like to live on Mars. Does that make sense? If someone came up to me and said, although people would like to live on Mars, that doesn't make sense to me. I would be asking questions. So that is a dependent clause. It needs more. It doesn't make sense by itself. Let's look at the other side. There is very little water left. If someone come up to me and said, there is very little water left, that makes sense. That's independent. So I have a dependent part and an independent part. That means it is complex. And then last, make a list of words with MOB, MOV, MOT. You could have a whole bunch of words on this list, but I'm just going to list some that come to my mind. The first one that comes to my mind is mobile. We've talked about this one before. It means able to move. And speaking of move, that's the second word that comes to my mind. M-O-V, move. And then if I try to think of a word with M-O-T that goes with movement, I think of motor. Like the motor on a car that helps it move. Okay, so these are just 3 examples that popped into my head. If you have different ones, that's perfectly fine as long as they have one of these roots in them.